1008 TVU Sports, man, we are in the building. And I'm about to bring y'all something funky, something fresh, something kind of new. We're going to do a championship preview show. And as y'all see, I got a guest host with me here, Coach Donald Wallace of the Berman Green Machine. What's up, bro?
How you doing, my brother?
First thing I'm going to say is we're going to do 13, 14. I didn't cover them all yet, and people thought I was sleeping on them, but I'm going to talk about an issue with them with you. They didn't get much coverage from me because in the eyes of a lot of people in the city, it was a watered-down league. What you say to that?
First off, I resent that. You know that.
Okay.
Already. Well, we had a lot of problems with, Coach Cub had his issues with cutoff, and which ultimately led to him. It overwhelmed him, and I understand.
I understood too once I found out what happened.
So I got your back on that one, Cub. I understood the situation, and I understand, bro. Got your back. But with that being said, I thought the league was pretty good.
At the end, it turned out to be more competitive than what I had gave it credit for. I'm not gonna lie.
And I tell you what I learned about that, they had a lot of young kids, like especially my team, which I'm gonna get into that with you later on. They had a lot of young teams involved in this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And them kids really performed, man. I know nobody expected me to get as far as I went.
Yeah, you did a great job with that squad this year.
Yeah, they was babies.
How was the merger with the Lions and the boys coming to your team? How that worked out?
I was concerned about that, and we talking about the young generations. So we talking East Bank, West Bank. So I was really concerned about that merger, but it worked out well. They embraced each other well. They had one mission. It was to win. You had the Lions Center kids that came in. They were always about winning.
Right.
I got those
winning
kids,
tradition. Yeah,
they like to win.
They championship built.
Coming from Coach Calvin and knowing they were about their business, and they came in. Then they got with the Berman kids, and if y'all going in the same direction we going in, we got a brotherhood already.
Let's get to some football, right?
Yeah.
You played every team in his last four and both teams in the championship. Goretti Saints, the Pontchartrain Patriots. The three-time champion Pontchartrain Patriots, the Goretti Saints. Well, before we get into picking and all that, tell me how you see the Goretti team.
Goretti beat me at the buzzer for starters.
Okay.
Same way they did with the Hail Mary. They did the same thing. I kid you not. But they went by ground on me. They went by air on pray that. They went by ground on me. Goretti beat me at the buzzer. Last play of the game. Quarterback kept it, dove in the end zone. But I will say this. Pound for pound, defensively, they're a good team.
Goretti. Okay.
So, Pontchartrain, they got some beef up front too.
Goretti.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they got some hitters.
Okay.
They got some hitters.
Are they a tough team?
They tough.
Because go ahead.
They
continue.
tough. And that's what led to the nip and tuck game with us. That led to them scoring at the end of the game. They a tough team.
Which they pull off on pray that to get to the championship.
Right. Here's the thing though. If you put it in Goretti's hands in the end, they're gonna find a way to win. Which they did me that. So I wasn't surprised when I saw the Hail Mary.
Okay.
Because I know if they got the ball last, they gonna get you. They gonna find a way to get you.
Let's talk about this Pontchartrain team. You've seen them in the playoffs and early on in the preseason game. How do you see the Pontchartrain team going into this championship?
That's always a well-coached team.
Coach Wayne, one of the best.
Coach Wayne, legend, and you got to bring your A game to beat him.
Okay.
And I told my kids that going into the game the other night, if you ain't got the A game together, we going out there for nothing. And, but I tell you what, listen, I'm gonna say this in my kids' defense. My kids had to learn. It was. I can say that, but they had to find that out for themselves. That's not something that when you're dealing with a bunch of youngsters, young kids, 80% of my kids had just moved up from 11 to 12.
Yeah, you had a young team.
They're not understanding what I'm telling them. Some of these guys that's with Pontchartrain, I'm going to tell you, them 14-year-olds can play in high school right now. They good. Not because they're physically good, they're well coached. So some of them, they understand their you know, the principles and what they're doing. They understand they do what Coach Wayne and Max on. And I'm gonna tell you, it's hard to beat them if you ain't bringing your A game. And that's not just the kids.
Right. Okay.
That's coaching also.
Let me ask you this.
What you got?
Let's break this game down to 3 different parts, right?
All right.
First of all, let's break this game down into coaching.
Mm-hmm.
You got Coach Wayne and you got Coach D.
Mm-hmm.
You got the old vet to a pretty much first year guy.
Uh-huh.
What does Coach D have to do? How do you see the coaches playing out? Coach D versus Coach Wayne, just from a coaching standpoint.
Here's what my advice to Coach D.
Okay.
Do what got you there. Do what got you there. And let me tell you why I'm adamant about that. That's what I was preaching all week. Let's do what got us there. Let's do what got us there. So what happened when you try to do too much against Pontchartrain, you play right into their hands.
So Coach Wayne
just keep sowing wood. I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you, man. They got a program over there. It's almost like you know what me and Coach Luke was talking about with that in the car the other day. When you just have a program and you got a system and your system works, it works against anybody because you have a system in place.
Okay.
And you can plug anybody in that system, and it's almost like the old Denver Broncos running game. That line is good. You can put anybody back there. Denver Broncos put Ron Dane and everybody back there and got 100 yards rushing. So, you know, Pontchartrain have a system in place, man, and their system works.
Okay. So let's move on to offense.
Uh-huh.
Pontchartrain offense opposed to Goretta defense.
Okay. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you about that. That's gonna be the intriguing matchup. Now, secondary wise, I think Goretta a little weak there.
Okay.
We went up and down the field on them. I mean, I'm just being real.
So you could pass the ball.
We were able to pass the ball on Goretta.
Okay.
So, secondary wise, which we dropped a couple of touchdowns in the end zone on them.
Okay.
We should have won. So, I think secondary wise, they're gonna test them.
Okay.
And with the receivers that Pontchartrain got, that may be, and in my opinion, Coach D, I'm sorry, that may be the demise of Goretta.
Okay.
Hey, I'm wearing the Saints hat, but I'm just being real, bro.
Let's talk about Goretta offense compared to Pontchartrain defense.
I'm gonna tell you this now. Ain't no tricks happening in this game.
What do you mean?
That's my advice to Goretta. Ain't no tricks happening in this game. Ain't gonna be no Hail Marys. Ain't gonna be no second touchdown.
You gotta play football.
You gotta play football.
The whole game.
They stout up front, bro.
Okay.
Pontchartrain stout up front. Ain't no. Let me tell you, Lamar Favors, my running back. Lamar Favors could get at least. He was averaging 3 to 4 yards a carry.
Okay.
Negative against the people both times, and I'm just gonna be real.
Wow.
They stout up front.
So, who do you have winning this game?
If Goretta can make some plays, some stuff happen defensively, they can, and I mean turnovers and and let me tell you now, and Coach Wayne, watch this now. Pontchartrain makes mistakes. You just got to capitalize on them.
Who you got?
I got Pontchartrain.
By what score?
Not a close one.
Not a close.
Not a close one. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I really don't believe Goretta is gonna be able to battle with them for 4 quarters. Nip and tuck.
Okay.
There ain't gonna be no miracles and no Hail Marys on these dudes, bro. You got to come to play.
So you got Pontchartrain.
I got Pontchartrain.
Well, I guess I'm gonna make a pick. I'm already seems like I'm the most hated man at Pontchartrain already. Like they hate me at Pontchartrain for some reason. I don't know why, but I love them though. And I ain't stupid. But when I talked to Coach D earlier, he thought he was ready for Pontchartrain. And I'm just gonna go on the limb. I'm gonna take Pontchartrain, but I ain't gonna take Pontchartrain in no blowout. I ain't gonna take him in no blowout. I'm gonna take Pontchartrain in a good game. What you about to say before we get out of here?
Here's the deal before we get out of there. And by ground, if Pontchartrain By ground, I think Grady can handle him. By air is where Pontchartrain gonna get him. I don't think Grady has the secondary to match what they doing in the air.
All right. And that's how we rocking, baby. 1008 TVU Sports. Coach Wayne, you better enjoy this last one. You better enjoy this last one, because next year is over for you.
Back.
I'm coming back. So Wayne,
well,
enjoy the last one.
You know I'll be back.
1008 TVU Sports. We're in the building. Coach down the 13-14 Championship Preview Show. November 27th, the third annual 1008 TV Award Show coming up. Please be in the building. Holla back. Yeah.